Hi, I'm Sarah Nicholson. I'm Head of Theology and Religious Studies at the University of Glasgow, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about our program. So there are a number of us in TRS with a number of different specialisms across a range of themes and topics in theology and religious studies. So everything from New Testament, divinity and biblical criticism, theology, South Asian religions, practical theology, church history, Hebrew Bible, Jewish culture, modern Islam, creative practice, Japanese religion, to name a few. Um, we cover a fairly broad spectrum of the possibilities in theology and religious studies. So no matter what your interest, you'll probably find one of us that shares it. Um, we offer 2 degrees at undergraduate level. The one that most people take is the Master of Arts degree, the Master of Arts in TRS. It's a 4-year degree. And in your first year, you choose 3 subjects, so TRS and 2 other subjects, for example, history and French. Um, and then in your second year, you continue 2 of those subjects, for example, TRS and history, and you get the opportunity to pick up something else at level 1, which is a really good way to broaden your horizons. And then in third and fourth year, usually you'll do either single honours TRS or joint honours TRS with one of the subjects that you've taken since first year. Um, or you can do a Bachelor of Divinity degree, and this tends to be taken by people who are candidates for ministry in one of the Christian churches. And then your focus is almost exclusively in TRS, so you'll do 5 courses at levels 1 and 2, and maybe 1 course in another subject area. There is a 2-year accelerated option with a recognition of prior learning if that's your situation. So how does it work in practice? Well, if you're doing the MA, in fact, if you're doing the BD as well, you will have a choice of courses. Um, if you're doing the BD, you do all of these courses. If you're doing the MA, you choose either Creation to Apocalypse or the Search for Meaning in semester 1. So Creation to Apocalypse is an introduction to the Bible, and we start at creation and we finish with the Apocalypse in the book of Revelation. The Search for Meaning introduces the Abrahamic religions and their practices and histories and beliefs and so on. In semester 2, we have 2 courses. The God question is an introduction to Christian theology and the development of ideas about what God may be from the earliest Christians, perhaps before they were even calling themselves Christians, all the way up to the present day. Uh, and then there's the Religions in Asia course, where we introduce students to Buddhism, Hinduism, Shinto, and other Asian traditions. And if you're doing the BD, do all of these courses, and you also do a course on liturgy and prayer in Christian worship. In your second year, again, if you're doing the MA, there's a choice. If you're doing the BD, you do all of these. In semester 1, we teach a course called Christian Traditions and Transformations, which is an introduction to church history, again, from the very earliest period to the modern world, right up to the present day. And there have been a number of transformations in that time, times where theologies changed, histories went in different directions. There's a lot of really interesting developments there. Uh, the other semester 1 course is Religion, Culture, Controversy. And so we look at some of the key religious and cultural controversies that we find in a variety of religious traditions. So everything from the development of ideas about Orientalism to questions about why the French government has banned the hijab in public places, or what are the implications of American purity cultures, or Jewish family laws, or all kinds of things that lead to debate or differences of opinion within religious cultures. And in semester 2, there's a Text and Cultures of the Bible course, which builds on what we did in first year and looks at more complex texts and more complex approaches to biblical texts. or mysticism and spirituality, which looks at the religious experiences in different traditions, so within Christianity, Judaism, and so on. And also available in first or second year are the biblical languages, Hebrew and or Greek. You can't do them both at once, but you could do one in one year, one in another. Not every university teaches Hebrew and Greek, but we do. In your third year, if you're doing single honours, just TRS, you do 6 courses, 6 honours courses, 3 in each semester. If you're doing joint honours, for example, TRS and say history or another subject, you do half your courses in TRS and half in the other subjects. So usually 3 courses in each subject. In your final year, if you're doing single honours, you do 4 honours courses plus a 12,000 word dissertation. And if 12,000 words sounds like a lot, usually you find by the time you've written 12,000 words, you'd like to be able to write some more. If you're doing joint honours, you need to choose which subject you're doing your dissertation in because you can't do 2 dissertations, no one will let you. So you'll do 3 honours courses in the subject you're not doing your dissertation in. And your other subject, you did the dissertation and a course. Most people find the dissertation is a really good opportunity to explore something they got interested in, maybe in second or third year. You work with a supervisor who you meet a few times, you develop a draft and they will advise you and comment on it. And it's a major achievement, a dissertation. Here are some examples of the courses we offer at honours. We don't teach all of these every year. We tend to alternate them. We tend to have a choice of about 12 to 14 courses per year. And as you can see by looking at this list, there's a wide range of things you can do. And we do find that some students like to kind of specialize. Maybe you're particularly interested in Christian theologies, or maybe you're particularly interested in world religions. And you can do that. There are kind of 2 pathways. But some students like to do a bit of everything, and it's perfectly possible to mix and match. So yeah, you can take either direction. It's also possible to study abroad, and I really strongly recommend this because I had friends who did it when I was a student, and I didn't do it, and I wish I had. And it it really it's a wonderful experience, and it makes you really think about who you are. Um, there are lots of possibilities in TRS. Several options in North America and quite a few in Europe as well, and other parts of the world too. Obviously, in some of these, Mainz, Vienna, Berlin, you would find that teaching is delivered in German, and there are opportunities to learn German the summer before you go if you don't already speak it. So, yeah, it's definitely worth considering some study abroad. What can you do after a degree in theology and religious studies? There are quite a few possibilities. Here is a list of some of the things that our recent graduates have done. They've gone into civil service or journalism, non-governmental organization work or aid work, police. Quite a few go into teaching, and some go into ministry, as you might expect. Some stay in academia. Some do community work, and as you see, there's a photograph here of a museum. Some go into museum work or library work, occasionally financial services. So there are a lot of possibilities, probably about the same range as any other degree in arts and humanities. Why choose Glasgow? Well, we have staff specialising in world religions with a particular focus on Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and their cultural, political, and intellectual contexts. You can do a flexible course, you can take a broad sweep, you can specialise. There's a lot of flexibility there. We got 100% satisfaction in the National Student Survey for academic support in 2024 to 25. We're very supportive of our students here at Glasgow, and the students recognise this in the NSS. We were ranked 4th in the Guardian rankings for 2025 and 3rd in the Times for 2026. If you have any questions now or tomorrow or next week or next month, please do get in touch. I'm always very happy to talk to prospective students about any aspect of the course or what we teach or how we teach it, what kinds of things are available. So yeah, if you have any questions at all, I'd be very happy to hear from you. Thank you.